Do you remember the? I say, do you remember? It only just happened. The terrorist attack that happened in Belgium. The guy that was running around with a high vis jacket, just gunning people down. It turns out all of it could have been avoided. Let's get into the article. Belgian minister quits over failure to extradite gunmen. Justice Minister Vincent van Quickenborne, turns out he wasn't quick enough, admitted a monumental error after reports surfaced that Tunisia in 2022 requested extradition of the man who allegedly killed two people in Brussels this week. Belgian Justice Minister Vincent van Quickenborne announced his resignation on Friday after revealing that authorities failed to extradite a Tunisian national who killed two football fans on Monday. Van Quickenborne told a press conference that Tunisia had sought the extradition of the suspected shooter in August last year, but Belgian authorities did not act. The shooter had already spent time in prison in Sweden, and his asylum claim was rejected by Belgian authorities in 2020, yet he was still in the country. It's an individual, monumental and unacceptable error with dramatic consequences, Van Quickenborne said. The magistrate in question did not follow up this demand, and the dossier was not handled. I am not looking for any excuses. I think it's my duty to resign, he added. Suspect living in Belgium illegally. The suspect, a 45-year-old who identified himself as a member of the so-called Islamic State group. I don't know why that didn't, wave up a red flag or two right away, is believed to have shot dead two Swedish soccer fans and wounded a third in Brussels on Monday night. The suspect was later killed by police. Official documents showed that the suspect had lodged asylum applications in Norway, Sweden, Italy, and Belgium. After his asylum application in Belgium was denied, he was ordered to be deported in 2021. However, this did not happen because authorities could not find an address for him, and he remained in Belgium illegally. Now, this is the problem when you have illegal immigrants. The name that they gave you when they came in is probably not their actual name. The documents that they gave you, probably not real, probably forgeries, right? Because most guys, if they get any links to any terrorist groups or criminal gangs, or if they have a big criminal record, they get their request for asylum rejected, right? So what they do is they come back with fake names, fake documents, and try again, or they just sneak in. And that's the problem when you don't know anything about the guy. He can just vanish into the night. Another thing that I like to point out all the time, see how those everyone remembers this big event that actually happened in Glasgow, where the police came to deport some illegal immigrants that they'd caught, and everyone in the streets came out and supported, and the police backed off, and they released those 5 immigrants. Yeah, it turns out one of them was a terrorist, and they've all vanished, they've all disappeared. One of them was a terrorist, one had links to a human trafficking network, and the 5 guys have now disappeared and vanished. They're gone. They've vanished now. So basically, you freed a terrorist and a human trafficker. Congratulations. Yeah, we did it, Reddit. Yeah, woo! But I bet when you were out protesting in the street and got the cops to back off, you felt right good, didn't you? Nice little, yeah, I was there, man. I was there. We were the South Side 1000 or whatever the hell you want to call yourself. You freed a child trafficker. Well done. Congratulations. Fucking idiots. Oh man, like seriously, like it's amazing that everybody thinks that every single immigrant that comes in is a good boy. Every one of them, every single one. There are people out there that genuinely believe that. Well, no, maybe not so much anymore. The stats have just came out, and apparently now 70% of the population of Britain are against immigration because they all agree it's gone too far. I mean, even Angela Merkel herself came out and said, "Yeah, we fucked up. We have made a huge mistake that we now can't undo." I mean, we can. You're just all pussies. But Belgium's judicial system in the spotlight. The attack on Monday has renewed debate in Belgium over judicial and administrative errors in following up on radicalised persons. The suspect was known to Belgium. We've heard that before, haven't we? In connection with human trafficking, as many of them are. And hold on, let me do it. Go and say the line, Bart. He was on our radar. This new information coming from the prosecutors hits me deeply, as I have done everything possible to improve the judicial system, Prime Minister Alex de Croo said. The Prime Minister said he has taken note of Van Quickenborne's decision to step down, adding he had respect for his political courage. How about respect for him actually doing his fucking job? How about that? You know that there's 2 people dead now, there's 2 grieving families and everything now, because the government didn't do its job. I mean, it brought the guy here in the first place. It allowed him into the country without doing any of the vetting. Turns out the guy was a member of the Islamic State and was part of a child trafficking network, which came up afterwards in the investigation. Right, which means that they didn't check when he first came into the country. Then Tunisia even says, yeah, this guy is like a total criminal. Like, can you send him back to us, please? And they just didn't follow up on it. So as a result, 2 men are dead, 2 families are grieving. Government was a bad idea. It just was. It was just a bad idea. Immigration was a bad idea. Diversity was a bad idea. It just was. Like, it's now factual. Oh, the benefit. No, fuck the benefits. The benefits, basically the cons far outweigh the pros. Massively, monumentally by this point. Have a look outside. Basically, remember the little joke? Remember the little joke that I made? Where I get dragged for a 2-year trial and I had basically every government agency, scouting my computers and investigating every single part of my life, trying to find anything else that they could pin me on. And if I remember that happened to me, well, it turns out if I just whap a Palestinian flag around my shoulders, I can run down the street and shout that shit at the top of my fucking lungs and mean it. And the police will shit themselves and not intervene. And everybody's saying, oh, it's for free speech, it's free speech. It's not, it's because the police are scared of them. The police have realised that there's a giant foreign army inside the country now, and if they do anything about it, that foreign army is going to kick off. Everybody remembers the Troubles. The Troubles are still fresh in a lot of police officers' memories. I'm just saying, it's shit. It's shit. We fucked the place up. But I reckon don't get blackpilled. Don't get blackpilled. Things will be made better. Lots of places are starting to swing to the right. A lot of people, that 70% number, that's just going to get higher and higher over the years, and eventually that's going to reflect itself in the votes. Don't worry, guys. We'll be able to vote our way. I couldn't even make it through that.